Welcome to AQT with Mitchy Steez. Antony
Morning,
Paisan, how we feeling today? We are officially 2 full days into the tournament, the best 2 days of the year. How we feeling?
Incorrect. They're not the best 2 years of the year. Last night fucking sucked. Yesterday fucking sucked. I hate gambling. I don't ever want to gamble again. Go fuck yourself. I felt
All
bad.
right. Well, started out with a bang, but yeah, Texas, man. For those that are living under a rock and somehow were not at least tuned into the last couple minutes of that game. I mean, being a Cincinnati Bearcats fan, I got to bring it back to this, but for so long watching a team that just couldn't score, but was good on defense. That's not really what we saw yesterday, but like I've been a part of a lot of the slow, upper 40s, low 50s games. And so I got used to it. Man, was that a painful game to watch.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was painful. Yeah. So let me.
You act like you're the only one that bet on that game. That was going to win me a parlay. Just Texas money line, just as a throwaway to give me a few extra bucks. I'm like, oh, they're going to win. Probably. I know it can happen, but Abilene Christian. And then the whole time, every time Abilene Christian does something, they pan to the coach's wife who's like beside herself and about to cry. And I know that you have no heart, but for me, I'm like, gosh, why are you guys doing this to me? It just felt like it wasn't going to happen.
Stupid. How do you turn a fucking basketball over 22 times in a fucking game? You're the Texas Longhorns. You're not the fucking – I would normally make a joke. Oh, you're not the Texas Abilene Christian Wildcats. You're the fucking Texas Longhorns, and you lose to those bums. What a loser organization, Mitchy. That being said, there's nothing that a good night's sleep, a little bit of alcohol in the morning, and getting a little bit of sperm out of your body can't fucking fix, buddy. All right?
All right. So for those at home, it is 9:51 a.m. at the Paisan household, 10:51 here. So
it's too cold. It's too cold. It's too cold. It's too cold.
You know what the most dangerous thing will be now, the way that you're pacing? Is so we got a game coming up here. We're doing it. I would love the fans' feedback. We're doing a little back-to-back, a Sunday and a Monday episode, given that we both wake up tomorrow. But here's the deal: there's a game in hour and 20 minutes. We got another game that actually is eerily similar to last night because you have Loyola Chicago and you have Illinois. Loyola Chicago has no business beating Illinois.
I put all my money on Illinois, by the way, last night.
For today?
Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing. I just can't be disciplined. Why can't I just be disciplined? I've got units in place. I've got games in place. But then I'm like, all right, well, I'm up a couple $100. Let me just put a bunch of money on Texas. I'll make like $100 off that. It's a free hundo. Lose like 500. Okay. Well, how about this? Instead of tomorrow, I'll just be disciplined. Nope. Before I go to bed, I need to put my entire bankroll on Illinois minus 355. So if Illinois wins today, then I'll be disciplined. If Illinois loses today, we'll see.
I didn't know you put your entire account on them before I was going to say that. I was actually going to say the opposite, that my take would be that the worst thing that could happen if you're going to be whatever 3 or 4 Trulies deep or White Claws or whatever going into the first game, that the worst thing that could happen is actually that you win that first one, because then you got a slate of, I think, 5 or 6 more games.
Now what are you going to do?
So
Loyola fucking Chicago wins. I'm driving down. I'm going to show Sister Jean what a couple knuckle sandwiches taste like. All right, that fucking old lady.
You're not going to get within 50 feet of Sister.
Yeah, I'm going to.
She's got a security detail like you've never seen. You're not getting anywhere close to Sister Jean, bub. Hey, we could both win, because actually just a few minutes before we started this, I took Loyola Chicago +7. So that was kind of, I've been going with a lot, like kind of the gut reaction a little bit more. I've been trying to, because I just feel like whenever you go back and forth, there's that, if you go back and forth, I've changed my mind before last second and went against my gut and won. It's happened, but I think the more back and forth you do, the harder it is to swallow if you lose one way or the other, So I just looked at it. That's been working for me for the most part, is the teams that I think have a chance to upset, just taking them to cover the spread instead of win outright. Like UC Santa Barbara. Now that didn't work with Georgetown because they got housed by like 30. But that was my own just stupid fault. I don't know why I got bought into Georgetown. I was listening. Did you hear anything about them coming into the tournament? Like people, like my dad, I talked to my dad on the phone. He said on the radio, this guy that's like a really good, he's like a gambling expert or whatever. They bring on to the show he listens to. He's not you. He's not that good. But Georgetown was his sleeper pick to the Final Four. And I was like, I don't see that. But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Patrick Ewing, like he's going to get those guys ready to go. They're at least going to cover. They're going to play tough. No. Well, in Colorado, like, did you watch any of that game, Colorado, Georgetown?
Yeah, Patrick Ewing's the postman.
Did you watch any of that game?
No, I didn't. I didn't bet
Did you bet on it?
No, not.
No, you didn't. Okay. Colorado could not miss. I mean,
3-ball.
Yeah, 3-ball, one after the other. But anyway, when we got down to the end of that Texas game last night, they just could not buy a basket. And then they hit a couple big shots. That 3 to go up, I'm like, oh, finally, and then it's just they have a 3 to go up by 1. You need 1 stop against Abilene Christian.
Well, they wouldn't have needed 1 stop if they had turned the ball over maybe not 22 fucking times. If they had literally converted 3 of them, if they'd converted 1 of those 22 fucking turnovers into a layup, they would have won the game. Those fucking bums. You know what I hate now? My new who's on my shit list? Matthew McConaughey, that fucking piece of shit. Who's even a fan of the Texas Longhorns anymore at this point? If anyone ever approaches me and says, "Oh, I'm a big Longhorns fan," I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face. All right, you son of a bitch. Let's move on to a different topic, Mitch. I'm getting hot and bothered. I hate the Texas Longhorns.
Deshaun Watson's career.
He played for Clemson, Mitchy.
You said to move on to a different topic.
Oh yeah. Worse. I heard Deshaun Watson's going to get traded. You hear about that?
Yeah, no, but on a serious note, it's not looking good for Deshaun.
Yeah.
That looks really bad.
Isn't it kind of crazy that like he's been in the league since what, 2017? I think that was his draft class. Yeah.
Something like that.
Isn't it weird that like he's got like a really, really attractive girlfriend, 0 allegations for him in the last almost half a decade. And then right before the shittiest organization known to man, besides the Texas Longhorns, are absolutely liquidating and fire sailing their entire team. And they're about to dump this guy. 22 random women out of nowhere come forth with allegations against the guy that we've never heard an allegation against while he's been lit. Isn't that a little bit weird, Mitchy?
I really hope so.
You're gonna be neutral Mitchy again, aren't you? No opinion,
dude. No, I do have an. But it's you can go back.
Your opinion. We own this shit. This is it's my show. You're just part of it. It's my world. You're living in it.
I'm saying it is weird. The timing is weird of it. I'm saying I hope that's the case. Is that what I don't really get it running that deep.
Yeah.
Where none of this is true. That's what. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get like.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
What's the end game? They do this now so that he looks bad and no one will sign him. Is that they're saying? Is that what you're saying? Kind of.
No. I don't think it goes that deep. I don't think it goes that like all these people are like, oh yeah, like we hate this guy just as much as the Texans owner do. We're gonna come forth because we want his trade value to lower. I don't think it goes that deep, but.
That's why it's tough for me to be like, it's not true.
Well, I don't think I think there's like with everything, man, there's black, there's white, and there's a lot of gray. I think there's a lot of gray here. I think at some point during a massage, he was like, hey, you want to suck this penis, huh? I bet you at some point that happened, right? And I bet you at some point he's like, hey, I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable. Now, do I think he like physically raped 22 people? I don't think so, man. I'd be willing to bet my life savings that some of these 22 women were like, clout train, let's jump on this. I'd be willing to bet a lot of money, Mitchy, that not all 22 people are being 1,000%.
Is it 22, by the way?
It's probably more. It was like 22 a couple days ago.
Oh, I thought I saw 12. I mean, whatever. Once you get once you get to a certain point, it's just
Now,
adding one.
am I downplaying rape and stuff and like sexual assault? No.
Mm-mm.
Like, come on, man. Okay.
But it depends on, yeah.
That's not very good.
What?
That didn't sound very good though. Ending it with, come on, man. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it seems a little bit fishy. Smell that in the air, Mitchy?
It does. It does. I think it's because I was actually, we were talking about it last night, and the thought that, one of my sources had, we'll just say, was if it's one person, you can, oh, they're going after money type of thing. If it's a couple, even, you could say that. But then when it gets to, what we saw was 12 different people coming out and saying the same thing. That's what makes the public go, there's no way. But then it's also like, I don't know, because lawyers know what would make the public perception look like it was legit. And it's like, I don't, because it's like, oh, okay, you're split. If they're splitting up the money 8 different ways, it's going to be whatever it is. Like if they have a legitimate, or if they can like get a, civil case and get Watson to pay for them to shut up. Like if it's 50 people, they're all getting a pretty nice paycheck with how big those lawsuits go. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. It just,
Here's what I will say, Mitchy. I think that trade value does shrink a little bit if the Jets or the Panthers wanted to jump on it at some point. But that being said, no one's gonna trade for him. Here's what I'll say though, Mitchy.
yeah.
I got 2 takes for you. 2 takes this AM. All right. Well, 3. This drink sucks. All right. It's one of these malt beverage bullshit ones. This is why White Claw is a fan of the show. There's 0 sugar. Any drink that has 0 sugar in it, Mitchy, is bullshit. It's like a premium malt beverage. If they added just a couple grams of sugar to that, this would be an all-time, one of the all-time Smirnoff beverages is the blue in a glass bottle, red, white, and blue like Smirnoff. That's a winner. That tastes like a bomb pop, Mitchy. This is ass. That's take number 1. Take number 2. If it does come out that a lot of this is legitimate, man, Deshaun, what are you doing, man? You could literally, if you wanted some Chinese lady to give you a little happy ending, just go down to #1 Super Cowboy Massage Parlor at the corner of 8th and like you could literally just hire someone to jerk you off. I don't understand why you're getting like, that's weird. All right, dumb decision by him if that's true. Third take, you gotta stay in the gray on stuff like this, Mitchy. The dummies that go, this is 1000% fake, or believe every allegation that exists ever. You're just stupid. You're dumb. Look what happened to God Emperor Cuomo in New York. He was like, believe all survivors. Believe every survivor. I'm Governor Cuomo. Believe every survivor. When like the Kavanaugh thing happened. And then what happens a couple of years later, he gets a bunch of sexual allegations against him. He's like, well, let's look at the evidence. We can't believe every single, what about the vaccine? So the whole point is, Mitch, you got to stay in the gray on this. Those are 3 Anthony's. Yeah. Hot tips of the day. That's just the tip with Antony.
Yeah. So nice. So the last part to wrap up this segment, I guess, then would be there's also the fact of, when it gets to be that many people, that it's hard to believe that many people want to put themselves through that, put themselves out there like that, and go through a whole lawsuit, and that many people are like jumping at the chance to lie. That's what looks really bad for him. I just hope I hope it's not. I think it just sucks. It's sad either way. Cause if they're lying, if they're fabricating, if they're taking something that was what you described, which whatever you want to say about that, was not great, but it's not what they're making it out to be. It's bad. And,
well, let me ask you this. Let's get them. Because obviously if the allegations are true, there's a lot of punishments and stuff that comes with that. What would Mitchy Steez do? You're God Emperor of the President of the United States, right? What if someone comes forth with an allegation, sexual assault, whatever, right? And it turns out they're lying. What's the punishment for that person? What would you do?
Yeah, this is one that, this one is a big deal for me. I think it's the exact same thing that would have happened to the person they're accusing. I don't think it'll ever get to that or close to that. It's not right now. I think it's nothing right now for somebody, accusing that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a slap on the wrist, but yeah, that's what I think. That it's that, if you were literally trying to like, this will ruin his life if it's,
by the way, even if nothing happens forward, his public persona has been permanently stained for the rest of his days.
yep, absolutely. So I think if it's, if they're able to prove that it was big time fabricated and they were just, trying to smear his name, get money, whatever the motive is. I think that whatever you're going to slap on him, if it was true, flip it around and do it to all those people.
I'll take Mitchy Steez, huh? But
I
no,
don't think that that's that hot of a take. I think if you ask most people, people think like, yeah, dude, if you're going to do that and that's not real, then you should suffer the consequences. They won't though. Yeah.
you know why? Because we live in a patriarchal society, Mitchy. Male privilege. That's what I'm talking about, right?
Well, that would be the opposite, but
Yeah, that's the joke of it, Mitchy. It's like the opposite. That's like an Antony kind of joke. What are you gonna do?
I just wanted to cut to explaining it specifically because I knew you would have anyway. But what we got next, huh?
Well, either way, where do you think he's gonna get traded to? We've heard rumors. We'll wrap this up. I'm thinking at this point, Panthers have been creating a lot of free agency cap space. All right. I'm thinking maybe they make a run for the guy. Maybe deal out Teddy Bridgewater. I'm thinking maybe the Jets are in play potentially. Maybe the 49ers. I lean Panthers though out of those three. What do you think?
I would say Panthers or Jets. I would say we started this off by saying that the Jets, when I say started this off a couple episodes ago, by saying that why would you ever go to the Jets? But they've spent a lot of money in free agency. They're already significantly better than the Texans. I think like pretty much everywhere he could go is an upgrade from a personnel standpoint, and of course from a getting along with the front office standpoint.
I tell you what, Mitchy, if the New York Jets signed Deshaun Watson, here's a hot take: the AFC East might be the most competitive division in all of football at that point. You got the Buffalo Bills, who are pretty damn good. You got the New England Patriots, who are absolutely just, I don't know what's going to happen, but they're going to be better. You got the Miami Dolphins, who are a question mark, but I think they're over five. They're an over 500 team. I think they'll be competitive this year. And then if the Jets get Deshaun Watson, that's a competitive division, Bob. That went from stinker to what's a word that rhymes with stinker, but it's like a synonym for good. Stinker to
yeah, it'd be a really competitive division if that happens for sure.
Stinker to winker, huh? Because
it's stinker to thinker. Makes you pause and think about it.
Stinker to let's take a moment and thinker, huh? Thinker, I barely know her, huh? Oh, wait now. All right. Well, let's take a look at free agency, Bub.
Yeah, a lot going on there. One more college basketball thing, real quick.
Yeah, give me the basketball, huh?
Just made a note. Stu Feiner. I just cannot get enough of him, and it's like anytime that there's a massive upset, you can set your watch to him posting a video in front of all of his TVs, just laughing at everybody, and it's just like, dude, I know you probably I know you don't get all these right, but whenever there's a big game people are freaking out about, he puts on the TV when the team is celebrating to show what game he's talking about and just laughing.
No shirt.
$100,000 best bets, and he's freaking out.
Promises made, promises delivered. I love it.
Yeah, he's the best. But yeah, free agency wise,
let's go to the Bengals here, Bob. So let's take a look at some of your moves here. So far, y'all have re-signed a long snapper. You've re-signed.
Quit your tone right now. The Bengals have done a very good job so far.
Well, let's cover him then, Bob. You've re-signed a long snapper. You re-signed Brandon Allen. You cut BJ Finney. Wow, big fair. You signed. Here's what we need to talk about. You let Carl Lawson walk, and you signed Trey Hendrickson, who's going to be the next Paul Kruger, to a 4-year, $60 million contract. You signed Chidobe Awuzie, Mike Hilton, 2 no names. Another cornerback, Tony Brown. Oh, you signed Larry Ogunjobi, the notorious hitman for the Steelers. Riley Reef, who's 50% of a porn star's name. And actually, what's her name? Riley. Reed. That's Riley Reed. Wow, that's an unfortunate name for that guy. Who's a bum, by the way. You cut Geno Atkins. You bum. Unbelievable. How are you going to do Geno Atkins like that? The guy has put his heart and soul into that ass organization for the last decade. You're just going to throw him to the curb, you bum. Then you traded Ryan. This might be the most Ryan Finley to the Houston Texans. He's pretty good, Mitchy. Any commentary on why your team stinks so bad? And follow-up question, why is your free agency also as bad as it is?
Yeah, so you're an idiot, number one. The fact that you lead off, like, we re-signed a long snapper and a guy that we want to be our backup quarterback. Those are just moves that have to be made on a 53-man roster. You're an idiot. I'm not going to go find the fact that the Dolphins re-signed a backup cornerback and be like, oh, wow, what a great move. It's like, you have to re-sign guys.
Okay, let's cut all of it out.
Hey, you asked for my commentary. I'm trying to.
Why would you hurry it up? Come on, we need some commentary. Give me a couple quick hitting.
Hurry it up. I was talking for like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, hey, why don't you keep talking? Sounds like you know a lot about all these guys.
Well, I had a dream last night, Mitchy. It was a weird dream. I was on an airplane. There was a lot of circulating air. It was like a full airplane, right? And there was a lot of like crosswind. And I decided at that point in time, hey, this is probably a really good time for me to like shave my neck beard. So I like started shaving it. But the circulating air took the little tiny hairs and just put them in everybody's face. And everyone was like, hey man, can you like not shave your neck beard because we're getting hit with your hair? And I'm like, yeah, it'll just be done in a second. I just kept shaving my neck beard. People were just griping in the background. It was like a 10-minute experience, I think. I don't know, it was probably 2 seconds in real life. I just kept shaving my neck beard, and the wind would take it and put it on people. And they'd be like, come on, man, can you fucking stop? I was like, just give me a second. I just did my entire neck. And that was the dream, Mitchy. That was the dream. Have I got enough time to look up the moves?
No, I know all the moves. I was just pulling up to see what, you talked about the most competitive division, and the Bengals got a lot better. They're going to get a lot better this upcoming year, and they were getting a lot better throughout the year until Burrow got hurt. But let me give you some records. Is 12-4, is that good for a season? Is that a good record?
So, is it 12-4, or is it 13-4, or 12-5? Because that's what we're going to go to next year.
I'm looking at last year, Bubs. 12-4, 11-5, 11-5. Those are the other 3 teams in the Bengals division. It's been one of the toughest divisions throughout my lifetime in general.
Frauds.
What?
Well, 3 of them are frauds.
Okay, so here's the deal. You are just, I'm going to try to stay calm here because I know what you're trying to do. Okay, I know you're trying to get under my skin.
Wow,
the Bengals made some really good moves, and they really, like, these past 2 years, they've made moves in free agency that upgraded the team. And I know that sounds like, duh, that's what you should do, but Mike Brown has never done that. And in these past 2 years, they have made big-time improvements. And you're looking at a defensive line that now will have Sam Hubbard, who has improved massively. We're going to have Hendrickson on the other side, who people want to, if you want to say something negative, they want to, make up excuses and all these. They want to explain away how he ended up with 13.5 sacks. He's a good player, and and we got him for much cheaper than Lawson. He can stop the run. Lawson could only really play. Just watch. I mean, he'll need some help on that defensive line from the Jets. He's not very good against the run, and I really liked him too, but he's not very good against the run. And you can only really play him on 3rd down situations or when you thought it was obvious passing. Hendrickson's an every down guy, and then for the D line, we have DJ Reader, who had not a ACL or anything like that, just an injury where he'll be back and ready to roll. He's 26 years old. And then we pick up Ogunjobi for the other tackle. He's 26 years old as well and a good player. And that defensive line's ready to go. Now they add Riley Reith, who he's a solid right tackle, veteran guy. Really like the contract they got for him. And they got Burrow some protection. And we're going to have Jonah Williams. And now we have options where we can just go out and try to get. We like Suafilo as another offensive lineman. The weapons are really good, but we're positioning ourselves to where we could pick up a Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith with that 5 pick, depending on who's still left, and not even need to get Sewell. And I'm really excited about that. So, they've made significant upgrades, and you just skimmed over Hilton and Awuzie. Those are both solid guys, solid young players. Yes, they are. Awuzie was a good defensive back for Dallas, and Hilton was a really good slot corner, and the Bengals needed it. So that's all the commentary of why things are looking positive and looking up for the team. Why don't you talk about the Dolphins? Because I do not give a shit and don't know any of their moves.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm looking at some of these moves right now. To be fair, we probably should have done the research beforehand, but it's not like this show is.
What do you mean? Did you just hear? I knew all the moves. You were reading.
No, I'm saying like the whole league. We should have like ranked free agency. Actually, that could be an episode. Like when free agency is done, we rank all the. I like that. We'll do that as an episode. I'm Mitchy. Anyways, I tell you what, I love. I went through all of them, skimmed them. I knew most of it, but the Las Vegas Raiders absolutely hate the offensive line. They just cut everybody. They got rid of Gabe Jackson. They got rid of Rodney Hudson. They traded Trent Brown. What a bunch of bums. the Chiefs, that was a shot out of left field. Let's cut Eric Fisher. Let's cut Mitchell Schwartz. Let's sign Joe Tooney. Let's sign Kyle Long. That was an interesting little move there. Jaguars probably gave away $500 million to a bunch of bums. Let's find the Dolphins. Huh? Well, let me bring you to the Carolina Panthers here, Bub. I kind of like what these guys have done. They put a franchise on their top tackle, Taylor Moulton. They re-signed Cam Irving, which I don't like that guy too much. They signed guard Pat Elflein. So they're firming up, Mitchy, that offensive line. I wonder if they've got a quarterback coming to town here. They signed Denzel Perryman. I'm a big Perryman fan, Mitchy Steez. I'm a big fan of Denzel Perryman. They also signed Hassan Reddick, which fucking blew my mind, for a 1-year deal for $6 million. Absolutely blew my mind. Also, we got to talk about the wide receiver market here in a second, Bub. What the fuck's going on with this wide receiver market? You got Juju Smith-Schuster. I thought he was the number 1 receiver on the market. 1 year, $8 million. You got Will Fuller, 1 year. I think like $9-10 million with incentives. Who was the other big receiver?
Galladay.
Huh?
Galladay.
Well, yeah, I was going to say him last. But there was Curtis. I don't think Curtis Samuel was signed yet, actually. No, he signed at the football team. Yep. Which I don't think it was like, I think he signed for like 11 million. And then fucking Galladay, 4 years, 18 million. Where the fuck if Juju, you're telling me right now, Juju Smith-Schuster's worth 1 year, 8 million. Galladay's worth 18. I don't know about that, Bub. I don't know. Anyways, the Panthers, though, they signed.
I hate Juju Smith-Schuster. Yeah, he's an absolute diva prima donna. So, yeah, I don't think he should get a bum.
But he's good. Would you want him on your team as wide receiver? I would. For cheap, for 8 million. 1 year, 8 million? I would.
I guess.
Let's go to the Dolphins. All right, the Dolphins haven't done much. The Houston Texans are just, my God, they stink. I mean, no one realistically, no one gives a shit about this stuff except you or me. But Miami Dolphins, we signed these fucking idiots. We signed a new punter, even though we had the best punter in the league in Matt Hack, left-footed punter. We signed Michael Pilardi. And Matt Hack signed a 3-year deal with the Bills. That sucked. We got rid of Shaq Lawson in exchange for Bernardrick McKinney, which I fucking love, Mitchy. I'll tell you that much right now. We just lost an edge rusher, but we haven't had a run-stuffing inside linebacker since, like, Zach Thomas. That's sad. Did you know about Isaiah Wilson?
No.
Isaiah Wilson. He was a first-round draft pick by the Titans last year. Played, like, 4 offensive snaps for the Titans. Top talent, but he's got, like, he puts on Instagram that he drinks lean and, all that stuff, right? So they cut him. Though they traded him to us for a 7th-round draft pick. Guess how many days he was on our roster, by the way, Bob?
4.
3 days. We cut him after 3 days because he, within 3 days, showed up late to meetings, skipped out on optional workouts he'd committed to, and then put on his Instagram drinking more lean, smoking weed in a car, and then like hip thrusting on top of the car while he was standing out in front of a parking lot. Gone in 3 days. Coach Flo doesn't fuck around. He could have been.
Did somebody else pick him up? That's insane.
How sad is he? He's only played 4 offensive snaps. He just took the guaranteed money and bounced. What a piece of shit. We cut Kyle Van Noy. Yikes. And fuck the Patriots. Patriots got a 4th-round compensatory pick last year because they lost Van Noy. We signed him for like a 4-year, $50 million deal. We pay him a bunch of money. He leaves, goes back to the Patriots for 2 years, $13 million, and the Patriots get a 4th-round pick for him. We signed one of your boys. Is it Seathan or Keithan Carter? Seathan?
Yeah, he's not bad.
Tight end fullback to a 3-year deal. We get a backup quarterback, Jacoby Brissett. We signed Justin Coleman. We got Adam Butler, a little defensive. We're the Miami Patriots, by the way, if you didn't know. Will Fuller to a 1-year deal. I like that. Matt Skura. We got a new center because we lost Ted Karras. Anyways, Mitch, that's a little bit about free agency.
Yeah, getting rid of Van Noy is similar to a Geno Atkins.
Oh, it's not.
AJ Green. Yeah, it is.
It's absolutely.
Yeah, it is, dude.
He
Geno
played
Atkins.
1 season.
What?
He played for us for 1 season. Geno, AJ, they've been there for almost over a decade each.
Well, I guess I didn't get around to why it's similar because you didn't let me.
You off, Mitchy.
Yeah, here's the deal. It's similar because they still have some left in the tank, but you're willing to part ways with them because that's just part of it sometimes. No, Van Noy didn't give the franchise 8 great years or whatever. But Geno, he's a fan favorite. I love him. I love AJ Green. But it's a similar thing. Like Geno, you're shaking your head like you know what you're talking about.
I do know.
I love Geno. If you watched every minute of the Bengals games this past year, he was dealing with an injury, but like he was playing and you did not hear his name. He didn't do anything. Like the years prior, he was like a disruptor and one of the best tackles in the entire league, and we loved him. He's not that guy anymore, dude. He's just not. And maybe he's got a year or 2 left, but he's not worth paying a bunch of money when you can go get somebody that's younger.
Wow.
So
you're a fucking ruthless savage. Not even a fan. You're just gonna cut a guy like that? What do you want to say now? What do you want to cut Larry Fitzgerald next? You piece of shit. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know. Here's what I will say. Our new center, when we signed him, you're gonna love this. Our new center, Matt Skura, from the Baltimore Ravens. He said, "Hey, I'm here to do 2 things: build a relationship with Tua and improve my snapping skills." You mean the one thing? Literally the one part of your job that you have to do, that you have to be proficient at, is snap the ball. There's like video. If you Googled Matt Skura, there's a compilation of snaps going over quarterback's head left and right. I just want to get better at snapping. That's our new center, Mitchy. We're fucked. We're fucked, Mitchy.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, because he's got a lot of, responsibility out in front of him after he snaps the ball. That I would argue is.
Now we have no edge rushers, Mitchy. We got Andrew Van Ginkel, who's the next reincarnation of Jesus Christ. But we got no edge rushers. We lost one of my favorite punters. We lost all our edge rushers. What the fuck's going on? We still got these bum wide receivers. We got Will Fuller, which I'm excited about. But what the fuck, Mitchy? Come on. Anyways, I don't know. I'm excited for the draft. We can definitely add some pieces, but I'm not like, I don't know. I don't love now that I went over all these pieces, I don't love our free agency, Mitchy.
Do we want to go mock draft real quick? I'm sure we'll talk a lot more about it for sure.
And well, you pick at what, 6?
5.
Let's do like top 10 picks. Why not?
Yeah. All right. Let's take a look here.
Population, huh? Or do you want to save this for tomorrow? Make the fans wait on.
No, we'll have a lot of college basketball to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, here. Let's take a look. Oh, I can't share my screen.
I got you, Bob. Don't worry. I'll let you share your screen here, but I just need you to say 3 words. I don't know. Just say 3 words. I don't even know. Just make it.
Yeah, come on.
Dude,
come on.
Hey, dude, okay, that works. I can do that.
All right, there we go. So I haven't paid attention much to like updates and what they're saying about like these top 2. But is it Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence?
So in other words, you have no idea what you're doing or talking about at this point.
No, I'm talking. Like we can get down to the next picks. I'm just saying. Like,
you pick a team, I do the next team. You do the next team. We'll do 5 picks each.
Oh, okay, got it. All right, so
you do the Jaguars.
Okay, Trevor Lawrence.
All right, put in Trevor Lawrence.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
You don't think you can
pull up the website? So we're just not gonna have a visual for the fans.
What? Aren't you looking at the freaking draft order?
Type in Trevor Lawrence or something. Type in. Go.
What do you think this is? This isn't like a choose your own adventure draft. I just went to the round.
Choose your own adventure draft. Let's get, because I know they're out there. You can make one. Google make your own NFL draft with players. Make your own and
sure. Funko Pop. Phone case.
NFL. Draft. Mock draft. And it's gonna, there you go. Do the top one. That looks good. Looks reputable.
All right.
Why'd you click on that bottom link?
What?
Click on the bottom link, not the top link. Oh, what is it? No. Skip it. This is for the whole league. This is for you picking. All right, well, see what that happens when you click on that. Manual, yeah, why not? Start it up, huh? Oh, here we go. Okay, now we're good.
Look at the team needs for Jackson.
All right, All right.
Here we go.
Boom.
Boom. All right.
For the Jets, I got a sneaking suspicion. Of course, I got to go with Justin Fields, but I've got a sneaking suspicion I think they're not going to pick a quarterback. They're going to ride with I'm going to go with Justin Fields, though.
Yeah. All right. You really didn't think this through when you let me pick for the Dolphins and the Bengals.
You want to redo it? Can I pick for the Dolphins and you do the Falcons next?
Yeah, sure. You can pick for the Dolphins, then
you do the Falcons and then I'll do the Bengals.
No, you do the Dolphins and I'll do the
immature.
Falcons, Bengals, and then you can go from
being very immature right now. But that being said, the Miami Dolphins at pick 3, round 1.
They're putting QB as one of the team needs.
No, that's
that hurts.
Here's what we're gonna do, Mitchy. Look at all those fucking players. Can we do a trade back in the scenario?
You can
trade with the Panthers. I think we're going to actually trade. I want Devontae Smith at 3, but I want to trade to pick 8.
I don't think you actually can. You have to
buy the premium then.
All right, let's make a pick, dude.
All right, well, I want the pick with the Panthers. All right. So let's have the Panthers at 3. You make the pick.
No.
Okay, well, I want the Panthers the Panthers are going to pick. Okay, let's just Dolphins take Devontae Smith.
Do you think that's actually going to happen?
Well, where is he? He's down there at 11, which is bullshit. You know what? No. Trade back to 8. The Panthers are going to pick whatever.
No, you already lost it. All right.
Never.
The Falcons are going to draft Zach Wilson. Bengals.
Now the Bengals are going to pick.
See, this is stupid. Everybody the team needs don't make any sense.
Yeah, they don't make any sense.
Because it's every position. I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but when you say the Bengals need a quarterback, no, they don't.
Edge, wide receiver. That's literally every.
Hey, my nephew says the Bengals should pick Trey Lance and have that'll foster some competition between him and Burrow.
Right, Bob.
I'm gonna.
Whoa! Hey now.
Yep.
That's not going to happen. They're definitely going to pick Penei Sewell.
Okay, you're up. Eagles.
Man, I think they take. There's a lot of.
It'd be nice if this site would give you legitimate needs, so you could maybe base it off something.
Like the Eagles now have Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
He's a right-handed. He's right-handed, right? He's right-handed. He's going to be the future of the team. Do you think they maybe get that quarterback? Because they got a new. The Eagles have a new head coach at this point, right?
You think they would draft a quarterback here? I feel like they got to try to build around Hurts, right?
He's not. Jalen Hurts is not the new guy's his guy. You know. That being said, I think ownership is going to be like Jalen Hurts is our guy. Let's go Penei Sewell. Let's get a big, beefy offensive line and protect the new guy.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, I got the Lions here. Geez.
New quarterback.
No.
No, I'm not saying take a new quarterback.
Well, geez.
Maybe they take a
I think they go.
I was thinking Surtain or Waddle. Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because also they got what's the guy from Ohio State last year? Jeff Okuda or something.
Okuda.
That'd be if he develops and that kid shapes up. That's a spicy looking secondary, bub.
I know, because they just didn't they just lose somebody? Didn't they just lose a DB that was to you guys? Who's the DB that you guys just got?
Justin Coleman, but he was more prevalent with the Seahawks for a while there. He's not, but whatever. They also cut Desmond Trufant too.
But yeah. I mean, Surtain on the opposite side of Okuda. I like pretty good.
All right. Pretty good. Let's go to 8. Now here, 8's tricky is a tricky, bub, because let's say hypothetically they pick up Deshaun Watson at this point. I think they go a Kyle Pitts. I think they do. I think just a real. But now here's the thing: if they don't pick up Deshaun Watson, I think we trade with them and they take a Trey Lance or a Zach Wilson or a Mac Jones. So that's tricky. But in this scenario, let's say Deshaun goes to prison for 75 years, 1,000 with life in prison plus 5,000 more years. Let's say I like Kyle Pitts. I mean, how do you pass up Kyle Pitts at number 7? The guy's an absolute offensive stud. Come on.
Okay. That logic was a little bit questionable.
No, I swapped it. I messed up the logic, but you know what I was going with that.
Well, yeah. Well, I thought you meant like if they got Deshaun, they would get
Kyle Pitts. Deshaun, they're going to stay at 8 and take Pitts. If they trade up, we'll probably take Pitts or Waddle or Chase at 8. But we don't know.
Yeah. I think the problem is how long the legal proceedings and that type of situation, in any serious situation, but something like that, how long it takes. I mean, this draft is a month from now.
The Panthers are going to – that's what I'm saying. The Panthers are going to get Deshaun Watson, though, I think. So I think they're going to take Kyle Pitts.
You think they're going to be able to wrap up that case and be confident in signing him before this draft happens?
That's where, All
right. Here we go. We got the Denver Broncos. Oh, my goodness. They're at a spot. They're just at a spot here where they're ready to draft a quarterback again, maybe. Oh, geez. This is tough. They do like those. They do like the speedy receivers.
That's
it's Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, you got to go Waddle. You got to get
because they like Drew Lock, right? I don't know if he's the guy long term, but that's what they're going with. So, all right, Jalen Waddle to Denver.
Horse cock. Yeah, you forgot that part, Mitchy. What?
Okay, I'm assuming that's something I don't want you to repeat. Go ahead.
I said Drew Lock. It's a common saying in NFL circles. Drew Lock has a horse cock. With a name like that, you have to keep the guy around for at least another year, right? It's a great headline. And number 10, the Dallas Cowboys.
You think they go Mac Jones for a little healthy competition for Dak?
I mean,
my nephew yesterday was being a legit Skip Bayless, man. I was like, I was really trying to I was like, okay, but dude, like, you're kidding. Dude, you're not going to your little friends and like literally saying the Bengals should pick up Trey Lance, are you? He's like, I'm just saying, like, he's sick. North Dakota State. All right, anyway, go ahead.
Micah Parsons. At this point, I'm going to be honest, Mitchy. My knowledge of college prospects it kind of dies at like number 7.
Oh yeah, it definitely starts to dip.
I do all my research like 3 days before the draft, and I'm like, oh, I know everything. So, but Micah Parsons, number 1 draft. He's one of the top edge rushers from Penn State in the draft.
He's a linebacker that's an edge rusher.
Yeah, same thing. He is. He's like an edge.
Could be. I just think you don't know what you're talking about.
No, he's an edge rusher. He's like an outside linebacker. He's labeled as like an LB.
Okay. The Giants, man.
Remember
they could be decent this year, actually, by the way. With Danny starting to develop, you get Saquon Barkley back. And they just picked up Galladay. They added John Ross, who look at Jalen Waddle. That's where the Bengals picked up John Ross at 9. Holy cow. Good luck, New York. Good luck. He is just not going to give you anything. But as we look here, probably this offensive lineman.
You got to get the tackle. I mean, right?
Yeah, got to get the tackle. Rashawn Slater. Okay, 49ers, they were your odds-on favorite to pick up Deshaun Watson before everything hit the fan with him. Trey Lance, Is Kyle Shanahan
Yeah.
this guy?
Well, again,
Mac
we don't know if Garoppolo is going to get traded or not. That's tricky, man. That's tricky because can they survive another 9 games with Nick fucking Mullins? I don't fucking think so. Nick Mullins is not the future of anything, and Jimmy G is on his last leg.
Isn't he like? He's not that old.
No, I'm saying, but he gets hurt.
Literally on his last leg.
He's I don't know how many ACLs the kid's got left. He just keeps breaking everything. Fuck it, Trey Lance. Let's go. 49ers gonna make a little splash, make a little noise.
And from the little that I know about Trey Lance, he fits a lot better with what they want to do on offense than Mac Jones does, right?
Nothing about Trey Lance. No, zero.
He's just more like mobile and I think could adapt better. Mac Jones is like your pro style offense. That's what I think. I feel like Mac Jones is like an Andy Dalton coming out of the draft.
I got the San Diego Chargers there, Mitchy.
All right, San Diego. I think for them, they want to be looking at probably offensive line. It really does get to the point.
They're gonna get that safety back. That what's his name? Hard hitting safety in the secondary for the Chargers. Played for what the fuck is his name? He got hurt last year in like preseason. He was an absolute standout stud in his rookie year. In Madden, he's like one of those triple stars where if you ever get near him, he big hits you every time. God damn it. All right, you keep talking. I'm going to look up his name.
Anyway. But yeah, this is where we get to the point, by the way, when we're past the top 10, where it's like my knowledge of exactly who these guys are in college dips. And also my knowledge of like what people actually need. That's why, this site is cool, but I mean, let's, how about we have some legitimate needs on here? I think that there is some rhyme or reason to the order. It looks like offensive tackle. Oh man. If I am the Chargers, if we're looking at tackles, I think it's a toss-up between these two guys. Because I like to go based off of like conference. If the Bengals could pick every player from Alabama, LSU, or Georgia, I would be happy. I don't even need to know much about them. But we'll go Christian Darrisaw.
Hot pick, Mitchy. Well,
Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings. They got Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. How many years left on that contract? There's no way they're picking up a quarterback here.
I think they've got like 1 year left. No, he signed a 4-year deal. I think that was like 3 years ago, wasn't it? I don't know. 2 years ago? He's got like 1 to 2 years left. The Minnesota Vikings, bub. Let's just go to the very, very top. I like that. Let's go to the number 1 pick, Caleb Farley. I like that guy. He's a great kid out of Virginia Tech. He's a cornerback. I like him. I think they take him in the secondary. Bolster that secondary, Mitchy, huh?
New England takes Mac Jones.
Cardinals are my dark horse for Super Bowl champs this year. They are making moves, Mitchy. I think they're going to gel a lot more in year 2 than year 1.
They're going to pick up Azeez Ojulari.
Plus, they got that kid last year, Isaiah Simmons. I think he's going to come into his own this year, bub.
Yeah. You like Azeez? Do you like Najee Harris, running back out of Alabama? What do you like here? I like Najee Harris.
Your pick.
No, it's not. I picked Mac Jones for New England.
You picked Mac Jones for New England? Oh, hey now.
I don't think that's going to happen. We're going to need to wrap this segment up here soon. We have no idea what we're talking about at this point.
Let's go with I'm very knowledgeable about the Arizona Cardinals, and I think they're clearly going to take Azeez Ojulari to partner up with J.J. Watt and those other stuff, and Chandler Jones. Ooh, baby, that's a spicy defensive line, bub. Isaiah Simmons coming back.
Yeah, fun stuff, man. Fun stuff. Anyway, the Bengals probably will go.
No. The Dolphins are in 2 picks. Just do the Raiders. I'll do the Dolphins. You fuck.
I really did not do that on purpose. Okay, the Raiders.
The Raiders need offensive tackles, Mitchy. They got rid of everybody.
You know what? The thing is, more and more in the NFL,
don't do it.
Something that's really, really tough to stop is you look at what the Raiders have on offense. They got running back taken care of, right? Because they have Josh Jacobs.
For sure.
But what's even scarier is having two Alabama.
Fuck you! No! I don't get no!
I can't believe that worked out so beautifully.
Close it out. I don't want to do it anymore. I wanted Najee Harris.
Dude, I love Ted Jenkins out of Okie State.
I want Travis. Give me Etienne. I'll take him. Fuck you.
Okay, that's a good backup pick.
You douchebag.
I knew what you wanted, but I'm right. I mean, I was literally thinking.
No, they will not take Najee Harris. They will not.
No. I'm not saying necessarily about that pick, but I'm right with like the two running back set. And by the way, John Gruden is liable to do anything.
Hey, I'm John Gruden, man.
There's a lot of people that have. Just be careful. There's a lot of people that are very good at.
Wood if you're with me. I'm John Gruden. I don't know.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to caution you. A lot of people are really good at that impersonation, so it's a tough one. You got to really nail it if you're. I mean, the eyes are good.
How about these? I don't know.
Yeah, really good stuff there, man. Hey, so what do you think we start to wrap this thing up? Let's look ahead to
one more topic, huh?
Let's look ahead just to the slate today because we got to take a second and respect it. Obviously, we don't have.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about golf, Mitchy. You're going golf. We can cover this. We'll cover the slate tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, going golfing. I am a very bad player. We'll see. It's been a while. I played some pickup basketball with my nephews. For a little reference, they're 15 years old, and we were playing on a little outdoor court, and I legitimately hurt my shoulder playing basketball with my 15-year-old nephew. I tried to cross him over. He picked my pocket. It bounced off my knee down to the ground. I stepped on the ball, like going full speed, and fell, braced my fall with my hand here against the concrete and smacked my shoulder. I left that feeling like, am I 65 years old? Like I just got hurt playing pickup basketball one-on-one with a 15-year-old. So that was that. So that could affect the golf swing today, but it doesn't matter. I'm terrible either way. It's going to be a lot of fun though. We got a beautiful day here in Kentucky, and I'm looking forward to it. We're going to play 18 with our buddy, not friend of the show yet, Natey Poo.
Oh no, he's not a friend of the show. He's Nate the plagiarist. He's a piece of shit. That kid, huh?
I wouldn't say that, but
he's a plagiarist. He stole a joke, and also he hasn't bought a T-shirt. So
that's the biggest one. Yeah. So okay, well, what did you want to talk about with golf? You brought it up and you've said nothing.
I don't know. I'm pretty good at golf. I can hit the old iron. Another fantastic year at Gruden's QB camp, Bob. Not if you're with me. I'm just trying to find a really good John Gruden impression. Man, I tell you what, that Brett Favre, I like that guy, man. Yeah. I don't know. Golf. I'm not very good at golf, Mitchy. Last time I played golf, it was I think like 95 degrees. I decided to wear khakis that day, and let me tell you, swamp ass from my belt loop to the back of my knees. What a regrettable decision. Literally every ounce of moisture got locked into my lower body, and it showed. It was pretty fun. But we played some golf. I'm not very good at it, but it's fun. It's a fun little game. It's fun to riff with the boys, shoot around, riff raff, jizz and jaff, all that stuff, right? I don't know. I like going to the driving range. Tell you what, though, you got to be sneaky athletic to play that golf game, Mitchy.
Do you ever go with somebody that's better than you and tries to coach you?
Well,
or maybe they're not even better than you. They're just.
Well, we know a guy who's like 7'8", not very, he thinks he's the smartest guy of all time. Not particularly good at anything, but thinks he's really great at everything. I went with that person that you and I both potentially know. And of course, naturally, I got a lot of really good advice for sure. And but no, not really. I've been going with a professional.
Yeah, he's definitely a friend of the show. He watches the show.
Oh, every fucking day. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that being pretty brutal. I have a buddy that I go with a lot that is great about it. Like, legitimately gives me good tips, but like here and there, like I'll hit a horror. Like, it's a good friend or a reasonable person when you just realize like it's a tough sport, and like not every single shot do I need to hear you say, oh, like, you know, keep your left shoulder, or you know, whatever. I don't even know the tips. That's how bad I am at golf. But every now and then he's like, hey man, you line your feet up like all the way to the left. That's why that one went in the woods and we're not getting it. Like, oh, okay, gotcha.
What I like to do when I'm in the sand trap, you pick up the ball. You like bend over to tie your shoe, but you pick up the ball. Here's what you do. You just so you're holding the ball with your club, right? You put it in your left hand, and then what you do is you just fucking smash the Christ out of that sand as hard as you can, so as much sand flies, and then follow through. You just let the ball go. I can't hit that goddamn ball out of that sand trap for the life of me, Mitchy. It's impossible.
You've actually like honestly executed that move and no one knew?
Oh no, I haven't. The first time I got it into a sand trap, I got like 8 strokes because I just kept fucking attacking it and missing. But then I saw a video and I'm like, I'm just gonna do that next time.
Yeah.
No, I haven't executed it yet, but in my head, I've done it.
I'm just worried it sounds like something that's a little bit better in your head, and then you actually try to execute it, and it looks like the most obvious thing of all.
No, the secret is you just have to do it when fucking no one is near you. That's the secret. But you want to get the splash, the motion, where someone from like 100 yards away could see it. But you know,
I can just see them seeing the follow through. You doing that?
Yeah, it's not a follow. It's not a follow through. It's just you click it, and then it's like, you know, Aaron Rodgers can throw a ball 80 yards with literally his fucking wrist. It's like click it when you make contact. It's just like that. And then you just want it to roll a little bit. Oh, I got it on the green or the green. Yeah. I like driving. Driving's fun. Driving, I like hearing that click, that smack. That's a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like driving the cart. That's a lot of fun. Because sometimes I'll like go over hills and stuff. It's a pretty good time.
Yeah.
It's also an expensive sport, Mitchy. Those balls are expensive.
I don't know.
I mean,
they're expensive if you're bad like me and you hit them in the woods all the time and you have to keep buying them. I don't think they're that bad. Most people keep them in the course, keep them in the field of play. But anyway, we'll see. We'll be able to report back tomorrow on how I did. It's just going to be really bad, most likely, but it'll be a lot of fun. I love getting out there. It's very, very relaxing sport.
Yeah, you fuck. Yeah, I forgot. I keep the clubs in the laundry room because the house doesn't have a garage, Bob. You want to go golfing today?
Yeah, we're going at 2. So that would give you 2 hours and 15 minutes to get up here. Starting right now.
I'm probably not gonna do that though, Mitchy.
Yeah, wouldn't make a lot of sense. We say wrap this thing up. You said you want to talk about all the games tomorrow. Let's just give rapid fire picks for today because we're gonna post this right after. Anyone that watches within the next 20 minutes will have picks.
Fine Line Sports.
Yes. Fine lines. Let me look here. So I actually got. Wait, hold on. Where is he? So we got 201 503 41 51. 51. Go shoot him a message. Fine Line Sports. If you're in a state that it's not easy to do this guy makes it incredibly easy to do. And no hassles. 21% free play when you sign up and mention Mitchy or Antony sent you. And yeah, go over there. But here, real quick, let's wrap up the show with rapid fire picks against the spread. Okay. Now, whatever, ESPN spreads are close enough. They're usually not what you're actually going to get. They're like a little bit off because it's 7 is the Illinois spread.
Pull up the spreads on Fine Line Sports.
Let's just rapid fire through this.
Rapid fire. How about Illinois is going to win?
Okay. Against the spread?
I don't know that.
No, yeah, nobody obviously knows that. I'm taking Loyola Chicago +7.
I think Baylor's going to win.
Hang on. We're doing against the spread, you idiot. Okay, look. So, I think the 1 seed's going to beat the 8 seed. Yeah, you are. Who do you like against the spread?
I like Illinois to win that basketball game, Mitch. Yeah, fuck the spread. Fuck the spread.
Okay, he's a really soft guy. I keep doing this, but I like Wisconsin against the spread too. I just like these games when they're getting a lot of points. They're going to play them really tough. Did you see Wisconsin? My goodness, I took the under in that game, and it's still almost hit, but like Wisconsin just would not miss. I mean, Brad Davison, they just got some kids that are just flat out shooting it. I wouldn't even be surprised if Wisconsin wins this one outright. Take Wisconsin against the spread. Do you like Baylor just to win the game?
Baylor. Also, this is the toughest game of the slate right here, bub. Syracuse, West Virginia.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I have no idea what's going to happen there. I think I like West Virginia -4 there. I think they're going to have to. I think it'll be very, very close throughout. But I love a Bob Huggins coach team, defensively, especially. I don't think that West Virginia is the type of team that's going to be like overly confused by this 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
It's a great coaching matchup, Huggins and Boeheim. I tell you what, Syracuse, though, you get in their way, they'll run you straight. They'll run you clean over. I say West Virginia -4. Do you like Syracuse or West Virginia?
Here's the thing, Mitchy. I said beforehand that the West Virginia basketball team, they were going to win it all. They were going to win the tournament. Okay. That being said, Syracuse is pretty sneaky good. You cannot underestimate the fact that Jim Boeheim killed a guy. That is something that you cannot drive over. You have to run that over. You can't look that over by driving it over. So kind of visualize West Virginia as, I don't think we need to go to the end of that analogy, but visualize West Virginia as like a drunk guy in the middle of the night standing.
All right, so I would say
fucking runs over, Mitchy. I think West Virginia wins that basketball game though.
This is why did they make the spread this head scratching back and forth? No idea what to think about this game because Texas Tech is a 6, Arkansas is a 3. They are 2-point favorites. They being Texas Tech.
Arkansas is going to win that game, Mitchy.
Okay, you're taking the underdog outright.
Well, they're a 3. Texas is a 6.
But Vegas says they're the underdog. That's where I'm confused. Like, what do they know? What do they know that we don't know? I like Texas Tech -2 in this. It's a fun fact. Wait. Texas Tech, it's either 8 or 9. Their coach has won either 8 or 9 tournament games. This is his 3rd season.
Patrick Mahomes went to Texas Tech. All right,
Rutgers, Houston.
Houston's gonna win that.
Hammer, Houston. That's my one favorite. That's a little bit of a bigger line that I'm gonna take. Houston -7.5. Well, I'm gonna take it given that I still have money left after these first couple games. Anyway,
now, everyone knows on this next pick, I'm a massive, massive fan of Oral, but I'm gonna take Florida.
-9?
No, just straight up.
What you're doing is like
they're gonna win the game, Mitchy.
Dude, but that's not remember what we did for the football show? You can take a money line if it's -3 or less.
This is not the show. This is the daily. We just happened to bring this up. This is not. We don't do spreads on this game. This pick.
You just make your own rules whenever they're convenient for you.
God damn right.
North Texas Villanova.
Is Florida gonna win or what?
Oh, you're right. I didn't make a pick on that. I hate 9 points. I think Oral Roberts +9. Florida wins, but they're within the number. North Texas Villanova. I didn't see any of North Texas, or very little, but impressive victory over Purdue, of course.
Who's the higher seed? Villanova's going to win that game.
Oh, okay. Let me go back here.
No upsets today.
Okay, I was just going to say, you're just picking money line favorites. That's going to be really fun for everybody. Okay, yeah. I am going to say that Villanova covers this 6 and they win it fairly handily. I think it'll be close for a while, but they run away with it. Villanova playing without their best player, Colin Gillespie, but everyone just kind of wrote them off. They played an excellent game across the board. I really thought Winthrop was going to upset them, but they just took care of business. Jay Wright's been here before. They've won a national championship. I think they have kind of the everyone's doubting us mentality, and I think they're going to smack North Texas around. I think they would have struggled if Purdue were in this slot. But anyway, Oregon State. Yes. We have the battle of the 2 remaining OSUs. Ohio State's out of it. But battle between these 2. They're both orange and black. They both go by OSU. And I have seen basically neither of them play. I've seen Cade Cunningham. I've seen him play a little
You know what I'm
bit.
gonna do, Mitchy? I'm gonna fade the Cade. I'm taking Oregon State straight up.
Fade the Cade. How about that Oregon State money line?
No, I'll take Oregon State +6.
Yeah, man. I don't. From what I saw from Oklahoma State, they're really good. Cade Cunningham apparently does this thing where he just doesn't score in the first half, and then he outscores everybody, like doubles everybody else in the second half. Gosh, they're a weird team to watch. Like I said, I haven't seen much of them, but I've seen like 3 or 4 games probably. Hate this game. Hate this game. Full transparency. I'm Mitchy good nights. I'm Mitchy early nights. I go to bed. I'm an old man. It's gonna be a Sunday night. I might take something first half on this. Being John Gruden about college basketball. This is a dumb game. Johnny Manziel. This is a dumb game. Here's what I said. Over 141 in this game. Over 141. Those are our picks.
Those are our picks. I tell you what, man. I like that guy, man. Great picks, Mitchy.
That does it for this episode of AQT with Mitchy Steez. Thank you for tuning in. If you are, what else we got? We go to Fine Line Sports. Hit us up. In the comments if you didn't catch the number. That's 201.
I tell you what, man. It's 201. I forget the number. What was it? 4 5.
Was that Trump?
That sounded more like Trump. Yeah, I'm losing my touch. I can do it like for a couple times and I lose it. I tell you what, the number, Mitchy, is 201. Now that's straight out. I'm doing too much Trump. All right, 201. I forgot 4 5. I'm fucking hammered, by the way. 451.
For an update, it's 10:56 a.m.
201 503 4151. That's what it is. Fine Line Sports. I bet we're gonna have a ton of people get to this point in the show when they get to that.
If you're still here, just please go sign up.
Hopefully
Come on, man.
Hopefully no, don't sign up. Fuck you. We don't need you. But if you want to, you can.
Hey, I reached out to one of my buddies about Fine Line Sports. Signed up this weekend, all pumped, ready to roll. Shout out friend of the show, Lorenzo.
No.
Not quite a friend of. No, he's a friend of the show if he signs up. Signs up for that, or
it's my T-shirt.
Okay, needs to buy a T-shirt too. Lorenzo, if you're listening, go buy a T-shirt. That'll make you officially a friend of the show. But I was talking to another buddy, also by the name of Dave, and he was, I reached out to him, just thought, hey, I don't know what you're using, whatever. And he's like, yeah, actually, been getting some really weird charges from the name that we won't even say, but the site that we both know that just is known to scam people. He said, yeah, I've been getting some weird charges lately. I think I might switch. And I said, dude, go to Fine Lines. That never happens. That never happens. You get free play. I've told you, Antony, multiple times. I just pop on the site sometimes and I'm like, okay, I know about how much I have left. And then I look and I'm like, oh, I have $40 of free play.
$40.
I completely forgot about it. Or, whatever it may be. But yeah, hop over to Fine Line Sports. That's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow morning.
It'll cripple you.
Yeah, let's wrap it up here, Ant. Any other thoughts?
Illinois is looking pretty good, bub. Any other thoughts? I hope the Miami Dolphins make some good picks. Hopefully, the state of Texas gets nuked into oblivion, and because the Texas Longhorns fucking suck. Actually, no, not the state of Texas, but anyone.
They'd be kind of unfair to Abilene Christian.
No, fuck them too. Actually,
okay.
And the guy's stupid wife. I hope she gets blown up in the explosion too. She's the one that probably jinxed it, Mitchy. She was like, "Oh,
I'm really sorry that I asked you for your other thoughts. I did not think you were."
I didn't say I was gonna. I just said I hope she dies in a nuclear explosion that also kills everyone else in Texas. Come on, if that's not a hot take, grow up. Anyways, Mitchy. It's been a fun show. I'd say this is one of our longer ones, but one of our better ones. By that, I mean it's the worst fucking one that we've put out. It's not.
I think we did a great job.
Well, that's what you think. Everyone else thinks we stink. We stink. Oh, I just did some Antony again. I can't wait for Degenerates +3 to come back. Are we going to bring Lenny back?
We'll see.
Probably not. Well, no, we need him there for like comedic relief, and he's kind of like our special needs outreach guy. So Yeah. Any commentary?
Nope.
Any last words?
All right. On the Lenny thing, here's what I'll tell you.